Hope everybody's having a good day. This is April 16th, 2018. I'm going to share some dreams that I've had. And so this isn't long. I'm just going to jump right into it. And I'll interpret some of them as I go along. And this color will tell the sign again. From the 14th, I dreamed that I was watching, Syria. The picture kept turning red and blue. But, just wouldn't get its act together. Then a voice said, yeah, they have done everything to try to get this storm to weaken. That the government had done everything that they could to try to get the storm to weaken. Talking about this Syria storm, that I dreamed the other day, that just blew up out of control, like it looked like that led to the airstrikes and stuff that's already come to pass. And so I was looking at the red and blue TV screen. Then a voice said, our government has been up to no good and has done many bad things, with this storm it kept talking about. And then I kept watching. Well, all that time their plan didn't work. It backfired. And finally it got real vivid, the red and blue color heightened. And then it said after years their plan with Syria to weaken the storm did fail. And I woke up and I heard the Pink Floyd song, Comfortably Numb. And I had a second dream from the 14th. I dreamt that the storm was Syria. I saw from the Alabama-Georgia border east, a line or a front. And then it replayed several times. Then a voice said, yeah, they lied and is a liar, about the storm system with Syria. 7 times, I think it was. And then I saw the video, of how the TV and all that had been a liar, about the Syria storm not being severe. And, that they had lied about it. I woke up. And then I heard the song by Air Supply called Sweet Dreams. Let's skip over to the 16th. That second dream, I told you wrong. That second dream was from the 15th and the first one was from the 14th. This is from the 16th. This is last night. I dreamed that I was home where I lived and I was on a road that's called Old Mill Road. Referring to the old system, the old way of doing things, the old path, Old Mill Road. I was heading west. Your prophetic day ends in the west. I was trying to head toward River Street. God is the river, and so I remember it was a 2-lane road, but the traffic that was in the left lane, that normally would be coming at me, well, it was, heading one direction, but the traffic in the left lane, which represents disfavor, kept me from being able to turn onto River Street. I'll just tell you what that is. That's all this garbage that's been in my life that's gone on for 20 years that blocks everything off and keeps me from ever being able to do anything. Traffic, that's what it means. So, finally, all that relented and finally, I did get to turn. And when I did, I drove down River Street. It was late in the afternoon. It was kind of cloudy. And then I heard the song by Ron Stewart and Jeff Beck called People Get Ready. And that's a real song. And And then it says in that thing, you know, there's a train a-coming, and look, the regular video, one of them is sitting on the train. He knows it's going down the tracks, if I can remember right. It came out in the 80s. And then I dreamed on the guitar that I had played, you know, that song like before and been to that house before. And so I remember that I went back over the hill to that house and I went in, and you know, I woke up. A second dream last night, I dreamed that I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I had pulled into a U-Haul, you know, rental place, and I saw a car. You know, I looked down in a ravine that was beside it. I saw someone excuse me, had crashed a car in the bottom, you know, in the ravine below, and it was a white car. So I pulled forward and saw U-Haul workers in a garage. You know, they had the big garage door down, you know, about 2/3 down, and, you know, about 3 foot, you know, from the ground was open. And, you know, from the car, I was able to look in there and see that. And couldn't tell exactly what they were working on, but they were all working on something, and the light was on, and it was probably 1 or 2, you know, in the afternoon. And so after seeing them, you know, working on something from outside, then I thought in the dream, I ought to tape that. And then I thought, well, they may get angry. So I pulled back around and pulled out my phone and saw the car, and I hit the record button. And finally got it, you know, to record, and it wouldn't focus at first. So I tapped it a couple times to get it to focus, and then it did. I think it's trying to pull into perspective, saying you need to focus on the scope of this storm that's coming. And so I got it to focus, recording in the car, and you know, recording the car that had crashed down in the bottom that nobody knew about. And someone had gotten hurt in that. And I was worried that they would get on to me about filming that, but you know, never a word got said. So then all of a sudden the recording changed to a film. And, you know, it was a copy of something that I had filmed earlier or come on or something. It just showed up and started recording it. And I saw the east coastline of America, and some storm had devastated the seafront property. And a storm had produced waves that devastated or flooded out many coastal homes, and you know, washed a bunch of them away on the east coast. And I think it was the Georgia Carolinas area, and it might have been up into the northeast. And then a voice said, "This was a big windstorm causing damage." I woke up. Well, it's come to pass that it woke me up last night. The wind was absolutely howling in real life. Probably had some gusts around 40 to 45 last night. I look out there now, you know, it's come down some, but you know, we're under a wind warning today for gusts probably be between 40 to 50 miles an hour. And sustained winds of about 25 to 30, you know, after looking at it. And this is real life. And this storm is supposed to go up, you know, the east coast. And I'm just saying it's come to pass that in real life that we're having, you know, literal wind warnings and stuff. And a chance of that, and I hope everybody has a blessed day. But I did hear that song, "People Get Ready for the Train a Coming," and don't need no baggage, just get on board. That song. And if everybody has a good day, and I thought that I would share those dreams, and yeah, it's getting pretty crazy.